It's a super significant story, and it was so important for me to have it. Being a Harley dealer for 40 years in Melbourne, it would have been a shame for a mythical Harley Davidson racing bike to drift out of Melbourne.
What do you think of this collection, mate?
Oh, best collection in Australia by far, if not the world.
Wow.
There's some very rare bikes there that people would have never even heard of.
So we're here in Castlemaine, Victoria, somewhere where you'd expect to find, you know, remnants of the gold rush and the like, and it's known as the street rod capital of Australia, but it's also the home of the Harley City collection.
And yes, now I love all the new modern bikes for comfort, but these bikes are so cool.
Oh, this is just one of the finest collections in Australia. So come with us as we take you through the Harley City collection.
Enjoy.
Alright, so we're here at the fantastic Harley City collection with Dave Reidie. Dave, mate, as always, it's absolutely a magnificent collection, mate.
Great to see you guys again.
Mate, it's great to be here. Now, I had a couple of questions for you, mate.
Sure.
What's the oldest bike you've got in the collection?
1914, right over there.
This one over here, okay. And that's it's not a 1914, so it's a W series.
Oh, well, no, well and truly
Before that?
Yeah, the old, first of the IOE series, really.
Yeah.
Two-speed hub on the back wheel. Still a lot of push bike technology in it, you know, before they had transmissions. It wasn't until 1915 that they got a transmission, but yeah, still a good jigger and runs well.
See, that's what I love, mate. I love talking to blokes like yourself because your knowledge is just... You've almost got a photographic memory in relation to some of these bikes, mate. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, I've spoken to you before about it. You don't actually have a favourite bike, but is there a brand that you lean towards yourself?
The brand, of course, I was a Harley Davidson dealer.
That's what I
for
like
40
to hear.
years. So, you know, that's always where the main passion is. And especially these racing bikes from Harley Davidson, even though they were a big company, they had a small race department which built some absolute treasures, and obviously we've done a few of them.
Yeah, but they were absolutely beautiful looking bike, and everything here is just in such... How long did it take you from go to woe to transfer all your bikes over from Brunswick to here and actually set this place up?
Probably about an 8-month period.
Yeah.
It was during COVID, so a lot of people were under restrictions. And we got a few generous exemptions from Mr. Andrews, and I said I'd build a motorcycle museum. He said, sure, David, go ahead and do it.
Well, at least one person was happy with him at that time, mate. So what's the future of this place, mate?
The future is really days like this. Obviously, we're heavily involved with the Cannonball guys.
Yeah.
We've got those 3 bikes sitting over there. We're all ready to go. Simone, who helps with the collection. and Lee Colbert riding 2 of them. I'll ride the other one, maybe. Just keeping on supporting classic motorcycling in general, and trying to encourage as many younger people as we can into classic motorcycling.
Yeah, well, mate, they're absolutely magnificent. I mean, everything from, last time I was here, I saw the Crocker, and you broke my heart a little bit, mate, because when we were looking at the Brut Superior, I remember saying, I said to everybody, you know, my dad always told me this was the Rolls Royce of motorcycles, and your only answer to that was you didn't think much of Rolls Royces. It was very funny, mate, at the time. But, mate, thanks for having us along today. How many of these open days are you going to have every year, do you reckon?
Probably only a couple. Yeah. Because it keeps it special for us, keeps it special for everybody else.
Yeah.
Rest of the year with events, retaining all these bikes, edition, keeps us pretty busy. So next November, the weekend before Melbourne Cup,
that'll be fantastic, mate, and hopefully we'll be able to bring a few people along to that, because I know there's a lot of people that are keen as mustard to get up here.
Good stuff.
That's fantastic. Thanks once again, mate.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. By the way, if you're interested in classic bikes, you might be very interested in these 2 books that are just about to be released at the Harley City Collection. One's called Races, and the other is called Period, Modified and Customs. These 2 fantastic tabletop books would be a great present for anyone. As soon as the details are available as to where to order them, I'll make sure I put it in the show notes, so keep an eye out there. All right, now we're here with Simone. Simone, you are probably one of the few people, or certainly one of the few ladies in Australia that are going to be riding in the Cannonball Classic later in a couple of months.
Yes.
And you're going to be riding this beautiful beast. Tell us all about it.
This bike here is a 1932 Harley Davidson VL. It is part of the Harley City Collection, and David, the owner of the collection, has been very generous to let me ride this across Australia, and has entrusted me with that. This has actually been sort of the first bike I've learnt to ride in the collection, which has been quite special, so we've got quite a good connection there. And I've called her Betsy, which is named after my grandmother, and that's because they were born both the same year.
Oh, how cool is that?
But yeah, it's a wonderful
How
bike.
did you get, because you're very young to be into, and not many young people are into these old classic bikes to this extent, so how did you get into it?
Yeah, it's a good question, probably just through friends, but I thought to me vintage was 70s, so I brought a 72 Honda CB500-4 and thought, cool, I'm a vintage rider. And then I was fortunate enough to come along here and see this collection and realised,
that's actually a modern bike, isn't it?
Earlier. Yeah, and then the 30s appealed to me a lot, because actually if you look at all the history of Harley Davidson, a lot of women rode in the 30s, and a lot of the marketing actually had women on the bikes. So it's been really exciting and inspiring for me to research the history of those women.
I tell you what, they could do a lot worse than do that again, because there's so many more women starting to ride, especially in the last, say, 10 years. It's absolutely huge. And but not many are going to be riding beasts like this.
No.
Now you're going from Darwin to South Australia. Over 2 weeks.
Yes.
That is a heck of a trip. So how many kilometres do you think you're going to be averaging on
a day? Oh, it's probably about 350 a day.
Well, 350 on
like
this is probably equivalent to
Yeah.
800 on mine.
Some
So-
500. I think there's a couple of 500 days, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's it'll be pretty cool. Just got to get up early, leave early,
Yeah.
and make it to the end.
Well, I'll
each
tell you
day.
what, we'll be following your progress, because I think it's absolutely fantastic that you're giving it a crack, and good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah, look, this is a 1927 Harley Davidson 8-valve racer, probably one of the most mythical motorcycles in existence. And this is arguably the only one completely in its original countershaft frame, racing forks, racing tanks, racing wheels, engine all intact, numbers all intact, existing. That happened because after its early days of racing in Melbourne, it simply got put in a shed, and the family that last owned it in its racing life kept it for, well, I'm going to say from about 1940 to about 2015 when we bought it.
Wow.
So it's a super significant story, and it was so important for me to have it. Being a Harley dealer for 40 years in Melbourne, it would have been a shame for a mythical Harley Davidson racing bike to drift out of Melbourne.
Yeah. So you're saying that these are originally built for the board track racing in the States?
Originally board or dirt track racing in the States.
But here in Australia we didn't have any of that, so...
Didn't have the boards,
Yeah.
we did have concrete drums, but by the time this bike got here, we would have been racing mainly on dirt ovals.
Wow.
Yep, and so that's why it got the sidecar put on, and as pictures on our wall show with the passenger in it, flames in his ear. He had a cool ride.
It'd be a brave man getting on that sidecar.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you very much. That is absolutely a stunning piece of machinery, isn't it?
certainly is.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Gunner.
I don't know about that.
How are you, mate?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Oh, mate, absolutely fantastic. It's always good to be here at the
Yeah,
Harley
yeah.
City collection, mate. So tell me about it. What do you think of this collection, mate?
Oh, best collection in Australia by far,
Yeah.
if not the world.
Wow,
There's some very rare bikes there that people would have never even heard of, like the Cleveland, the Crocker,
Yeah.
those hill climbing Harleys there, extremely rare, like rare as rare. That's probably a one-off. The other one would be that one. All three of them would probably be one-off hill climbers that
Yeah.
not even the factory's got.
But they're actually in such beautiful condition. for
Rideable
their age,
condition.
aren't they?
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
just over with Dave chatting about the 27 flat track.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rare as rocking horse shit, mate.
Was that the Crocker?
No, the Harley,
Oh, sorry.
the one with the sidecar on it at
Sorry,
the moment.
sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely sensational, mate.
The full valve one.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, what is your favourite bike here?
Probably all of them. It's really hard to say.
It is, isn't it?
I like the Cleveland.
Yeah.
The Cleveland's good. The
Right.
Crocker.
Tell me a little bit about the Cleveland, mate. What do you know
Well, they're
about it?
just early American. They made V twins as well,
Yeah.
and only because they only were around for a few years, they're exotic. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You don't
Yeah.
see them. So a bit like the Bro Superiors here. Pretty rare.
Yeah. Well, mate,
And debatable whether it's a Bruff Superior, Bro Superior, however you want to argue that word is said. You know what I mean? You know?
Well, my old man
I've
always
always-
told me it was Bruff Superior, mate.
Yeah, all the old guys says it's Bruff Superior.
Yeah.
But because it's BROUGH,
Yeah.
to me that's bro. You know, but anyway, that's
Well, bro, it's been
So they're good
absolutely,
bikes.
it's been absolutely great to catch up again, mate.
No
and
problem.
now you're doing the Cannonball Classic as well.
yes.
What bike are
I'm
you
doing
taking
that
in
on
that?
a 1923 Invincible.
Tell us
Australian
about-
made.
Tell us about the 1923 Invincible, because I know you're here on it today, mate.
Yeah, in Melbourne by Turner Brothers. Well, made in Richmond, really, by Edward Brothers. They did the tanks and the frame and all that stuff. And the Turner Brothers sort of assembled them, if you call it that.
Yeah.
back then in the 20s, you know, building bikes. There's no big manufacturing thing, but it's an Australian-made bike that, yeah, not many were made.
No, but
It's still going.
It is a beautiful.
102 years
having
later?
to say it's just still going, mate. It's more than still going.
I
You
know.
have got that in
Yeah.
absolutely pristine condition.
I've made it keep going. It doesn't. You don't wave a wand. It doesn't just happen. I have made it work, but it's great. I'm loving it.
All
So I hope to ride that from Darwin to Victor Harbour.
Well, mate, we hope to have a watch
And
of
that's
you,
gonna
you
sort
actually
me
doing
out.
that, mate. That is going to sort you. That's going to sort the men out from the boys, mate.
Yes, it will.
So the Cannonball Classic coming up in a couple of months, and we're
Right,
looking
1 month
forward to
now.
that. Yeah, it's
1st of May
geez,
we're
it's
leaving.
getting there soon.
So it's
Very
gonna be good.
soon.
Yes.
All right. Well, best of luck on it, mate.
No worries.
Thanks again for your time. Four of the riders from the Cannonball Classic. Guys, what are we riding?
41 knuckle,
Oh, I love a knuckle.
44 Chief.
Sorry,
41 Chief.
46 Triumph Tiger.
Ah, that's unusual.
Yes.
You see me amongst all the American bikes, mate. You're going to have to put in a good showing, mate.
Try.
The bombs.
Yes.
All right, so we're here today with Bianca, and Bianca is one of 4 women that is going to do this Cannonball run from, is it Darwin to South Australia?
Victor Harbour.
So is this your first time?
No, I ended up doing the Cannonball 3 years ago from Busselton in Western Australia to Merimbula in New South Wales.
Wow, and how'd you go on that? Made it all the way?
I did make it all the way, but we did have a few issues. So even though I did ride this bike to trial it beforehand, found that my valves kept sinking into the head, so I had to put some new. This time I put I've hardened the valve seats, and also I had my rear sprocket come loose. So thank you to a guy on the Cannonball, he gave us a spare rear brake and sprocket. And my cubby was leaking a bit, but we fixed all that up. So
Awesome. So what is it, the bike that you're riding?
This is a 1947 WL,
Yes.
750cc. So they had, this is a civilianised version. They did have army versions of this. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, all the best.
Thank you very much.
And let's
So
hope
hopefully-
that you get to the end.
That is the plan. We
Yeah.
did the first one, so hopefully we'll do the next one.
Awesome. Well,
Cool.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it. That's the Harley City collection, and look, if you ever get a chance to come up here, he opens it up once or twice a year. You've got to make the effort because there's absolutely some ripper bikes here.
Some very sexy motorbikes here, I have to say. The old ones are just beautiful.
Yeah. So that's it, and until next time, we'll see you on the next episode of That Harley Couple. Ciao.
See ya.